Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Lorna's story. We're picking up back where we left off with Lorna and her crew, traveling to the Verdant Circle, heading northwesterly into the Rimwood, searching for the Druid's Grove. As you're making your way, Lorna, you should be refreshed. You've had a long rest, and this morning you're a little uneasy. Do me a favor and roll me a d4.
Okay. 3.
3. Hold on. Okay. I would like it if you could roll me a perception check, and I will also roll one for Tier.
Okay. 11. Hopefully he does better than me.
Well,
Great.
as you guys are making your way into the woods, you're traveling farther and farther into the Rimwood. And Tier points out that on the ground there are these small, fine, and extremely delicate pink petals.
Uh-huh. What
These
are those
don't-
from?
I don't know. They don't really seem like they belong here. I don't see any bushes or trees with pink leaves, do you?
She's going to close her eyes and reopen them with her detect magic invocation. Are they weird?
No?
Weird petals? Just regular petals?
Petals.
They're just regular petals, that's all I can tell you.
Roll me a nature check, please.
I might be able to tell you more. 15.
15. Are you proficient in nature?
No.
These pink petals, so you've heard there are a few trees that do drop pink petals. These are particularly small and fine, and they don't seem familiar. They don't strike you as something you've seen before or read about.
She shrugs and looks at Anscombe. You're from this area, kind of.
Yeah. Oh. Let me look at it. And he picks up one of the petals and he turns it over in his fingertips. He also is not proficient in nature, but he will roll. They don't... I've not seen anything like these around here. They almost feel like too thin, too light. And
Maybe
as he points that out, you're looking around the forest, and he did roll better in nature than you or Tier, but he still didn't roll well enough to know what it is. His observation, they really don't look like they belong here. The trees that are in this area that are fed by the waterways and underground rain drain the trees here are very lush and thick, and the petals that you're looking at on the ground, which they're not many, they're sparsely spread out, but there's enough of them that you would expect to see at least a tree or a bush with this color, and it stands out starkly. It strikes you as weird.
Okay, theory. It's confetti, and this is the remnants of a gender reveal.
Good theory.
In the middle of this dangerous forest. Yep. I think Lorna will just look at the group and be like, maybe we should just keep going. I tend to think anything I don't understand here is dangerous.
Your group kind of just collectively shrugs their shoulders and continues onward. I'm going to roll a survival check for Tier as he continues leading the way. Okay. He's rolled... Well, he's rolled okay. He's leading the way in these woods. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, Lorna.
Awesome. Good start. Oh no. That's a natural one.
Hold on.
Why? Why so many rolls? Oh, is that all of us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You feel...
She's still got that moonstone in her hand.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
You feel, that strange, heady sensation as if you've stood up too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly get dizzy, and it just takes you by surprise, and you catch your breath and stand up straight. And your allies are all around you, and some of them seem to have experienced similar things. In particular, Skolna, lowers her center of balance and looks around, and you hear her say, "What was that?"
I don't know, but I felt it too.
I don't like the woods. Okay. Okay, one moment. I need to pull this up in my notes.
Uh-huh. My demise.
Okay, sorry, I've opened the wrong one.
It's okay, I'm just listening to the ambient noise of your sister coughing out her lungs.
You hear, as do your allies. Oh, what a curious little creature you are. Have you wandered here by chance or by fate?
It's a motherfucking dryad. I swear to God.
You look around for the source of the voice.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything.
Lorna will call out, "We're just passing through."
Ah, another visitor to the gloaming. Do you come bearing gifts, or are you the gift?
What is that? Does Lorna know what a gloaming is? Fucking Fae.
Glade, grove, clearing,
Does she think
meadow.
that has anything to do with the druids they're trying to find?
Could be, could not be.
Lorna will say, "What do you consider a gift? How about a song?" She'll look at Norray.
Step carefully, dear one. The wrong words might bind you, and the right one might free you. Or was it the other way around? Do you seek something? Or do you flee
Passage?
something?
Safe passage through?
Oh, you're terribly lost, aren't you?
I thought we knew where we were going. She'll look at Tyr.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. 26.
He does not look like he knows where he is. And he's not trying to hide it either. He's looking around. And when you say that, he looks back at you and he just very subtly shakes his head.
Right, and we may have gotten turned around.
You've all wandered far for someone so small. Shall I guide you back? Or lead you further in?
We're looking for something specific. A druid's grove.
Well, the gloaming sees all, stranger. What will it see in all of you, I wonder?
Is this really necessary?
Oh, well, you're a stranger now, but perhaps not for long. You've wandered into my home. We'll see how the story unfolds, won't we? And then there is silence.
Tier.
I'm looking. And you've been walking like this whole time. Tier's been leading the way. He's gonna roll again. Okay. Tier, for the next 10 to 15 minutes, you're following Tier. And for a moment, like he reaches a tree, and it looks like something is sparked, like he's recognized something, and he turns like a sharp right around the tree, and he's leading the way, and your group is like clustering behind him as he's getting a little faster. I'm not quite comfortable, obviously.
No.
And then, after 10 minutes of following this path, you see, as Tier sees, the same tree appear on your right.
The same one we passed?
Yes. This is not right.
No, I imagine probably not.
Tier turns around. Do you see anything? Any guys? Any illusions?
Lorna will blink and have her detect magic up again.
You don't see any magic at all, aside from...
No magic.
Nothing. Aside from your party's gear. And as you're looking around and you don't see anything, you just hear...
Can we just have a civil conversation, please?
I've watched 1,000 strangers cross my path. Some stayed, most didn't. Which will you be? There's something familiar about you in particular. Or maybe I'm just remembering a future yet to come.
Sounds complicated.
Oh, yes. More than you know. Time moves oddly here. Do you feel it slipping away, or do you cling to it still?
I think I must. I have things I need to do, a schedule to keep.
Now or before?
Always.
That's too many things.
Lorna is going to look at the group and say, I'm going to try to check above the tree line.
Your group kind of nods.
Her wings will come out.
Okay, you begin to fly.
Mhm.
As you go up and up above the trees, you're looking over the canopies and roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, good. 24.
Breaking through the canopy, you are alarmed by what you see. The sky is not the same color. It is pink, though the clouds and the shadows that it cast are too harshly black. It's as though the contrasts of the light coming from above are tinged or painted.
Does Lorna have any idea what this is?
Well, you don't see either of the suns.
Mine's Feywild.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Natural 20. 28.
With a natural 20, there are some similarities to the Feywild. However, you've never read about anything so stark and potent and dizzying. The Feywild does alter your perceptions, and it does fiddle with your sense of time, but this is so much more than that. This is disorienting, and it doesn't... The Feywild doesn't change the color of light itself. You believe you are on a demiplane.
Okay, does she see any kind of like landmark that might imply an entrance that they may have gone through?
With a 24 perception, you look around, and you see... you can't say northeast, south, or west. You have no idea what direction is which. But to your right, and what looks like maybe a quarter of a mile, an eighth of a mile away, there is a clearing in the dense canopies of the trees.
Okay, Lorna will descend again. She will like descend facing that landmark she identified.
Tier looks at you and he says, "Okay,
Okay, demiplane. We slipped through, I think, or something put us in here. There's a clearing in that direction. I think we should go toward it. Better than being lost in the woods."
anything's better than just standing still."
Right. So she will point it in the direction she saw the clearing.
Tier begins to lead that way. And as you begin to walk, you hear, "Every story begins with a meeting. Every meeting with a choice. Shall we write something beautiful or terrible?"
I'm more of a fan of beauty myself.
Well, you step into a world where even the light casts shadows. Tell me, stranger, what shade do you bring?
What shade do you bring?
Is it not obvious?
Pink.
Pink!
It's a nice color. Always been partial to gold myself.
Well, everyone has their own tastes. Someone unique like you. I've waited eons for someone like you. Or perhaps it's you who's been waiting for me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You don't know yet what I can offer, what I can take.
Why don't you tell me then?
Did you bring courage with you? You'll need it if you mean to linger.
I don't mean to linger. Not if I can help it.
Well, what is life if not a game of opposites? You might not mean to linger. Who knows how it might end up? Light and shadow, joy and sorrow, bloom and decay. All a part of my garden.
And vagueness.
You hear another.
That's part of the fun for you, I bet.
The twilight is not cruel, only honest. It can show you the beauty in shadows and the peril in light.
How closer to that clearing, Tier?
I'm walking. He's leading the way, and as he does, it's abrupt. Suddenly, you break through trees, and you're not where you were a moment ago. It's as though you could have sworn you teleported, but you're standing in front of a small cottage. Your party all mystified, as they were clustered around each other, like closely huddled, navigating their way through the trees. And then you're spread out in a line as if you've been walking out in an open glade or open pathway. And Lorna, you see before you, in front of, like, between you and the cottage, a pink-haired woman who is strolling down the cobbled road towards you. And you see that she has gossamer pink wings with black, like her dress is made of black sinew. She's beautiful and unnerving. She
Lorna
stops.
still wouldn't be able to withhold a little jab at Tyr and say, "Oh, I think that's your sister."
No. Is now the time.
I'm scared, sorry.
As this woman, like, kind of almost skips, like she has a very upbeat pace about her. She stops in front of you and your party. Hi.
Hello.
What a lovely face you have.
You as well. Is this your demiplane?
I don't know that word. I'm Flory.
Is this your home?
This is my home.
Flory. It's nice to meet you, Flory.
Your name?
Wisteria.
You don't look like a wisteria. You don't sound like a wisteria. But if that's your name. She turns around.
She'll look at Anscombe and say, "And this is Gus."
She just kind of like flaps her hand dismissively.
Oh, okay.
The stars above hold secrets, but it's the roots below that bind you here. But you're here. You're not there. I don't want to say you're stuck here. Because you could leave whenever you want to.
Okay. Who would you tell us how?
She looks at you and looks at your friends. Well, I do have a task. A thing I'm supposed to warn against. But first I have to know what it is you 6 beautiful morsels are doing out here, so far away from your kind and among mine.
I think we made a wrong turn somewhere. We were heading somewhere specific.
No, you went exactly where you were meant to.
Well, then I guess the answer is we were meant to be here.
And what is next?
The exit?
I do like your games.
I'm the one playing games, you think?
We are both.
What are you warning against?
Well, the wind carries whispers of you.
It does.
Do you wish to know what they say?
I've heard some words.
I know the words you've heard.
What didn't I hear?
Oh. And she, like, looks up. And you see the sky is swirling pink and black, as it was when you first flew. And that pink and black is almost like a latticework web. The surface of water reflecting on the ceiling. Except it's the sky above, and the clouds are what are bending. And as the light shines down between the canopies... Adora.
That's not my name.
Flory, like, tips her head at you. Now you are lying.
That's a name I've carried, but it's not my current name.
Well, much like the seed can no longer be called the tree.
Right.
They were once and the same, were they not?
Once, but things change.
So they do.
I'm going to tell the voices on the wind that I have changed.
Oh, I'm sure you have. And she looks at your friends. You've brought a lot with you. More than before.
How many did I bring before?
Just one. You
What was
wouldn't waste any time with me then, you said.
That sounds like me. It did sound like me. Is that all it takes to say I don't have time for this?
Oh no. But, as the seed was for the tree, you're not as powerful as you were.
I'm working on it. Setback.
Oh, she has pride.
What kind of pouts?
Well, were you like you were, you could just make it where you were before.
I'm not like that, so I have to find a different option now.
And so you must play my games. I do love games.
Great. What do you want to play, Flory?
First, and she gets uncomfortably close to you, and she runs a finger along the red hair. Looks as though you are marked already. A shame. Well,
Are you in the market for marking?
oh, always.
Hmm.
I can always use more friends. Besides, she looks around at your allies. You did never answer if perhaps it was one of you who's waiting for me.
Look at her group. I don't think that's the case, ma'am.
Beware, mortal. The gloaming binds those who tread its paths too carelessly.
Is there anyone in the group that her words seem particularly meaningful to?
Roll me an insight check.
Terrible. 13.
Yeah. Everyone seems thoughtful, careful, and really just like holding their breath, waiting to see what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
Flory like walks amongst your allies. All of them are like standing still and waiting to see what she does. And she begins running her fingertips across like the armor, the collarbones of everybody. She says, "Mortality is a fleeting thing, like dew upon my flowers here in the gloam. You glisten now, but will you still shine when the sun rises?" And as she says that, I need you and everybody else to make a wisdom save.
Hooray. Need a paladin in this fucking group. 19.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. You feel a swell of amusement, as if she's funny. As if you're finding things she says humorous. Like you want to hear more of them. She
Does anyone else seem
seems...
to be that way?
Insight check?
15?
With a 15, Anscombe seems pretty zen. He's familiar with Fae. You guys have talked about Fae. He seems pretty stone-faced. Everybody else seems amused. Which maybe is not what you want to see.
No. Even if I rolled a 19?
Yes.
Yikes. Is directness just not a manner of speech for you?
It's so boring. It's a waste of time.
Is it?
Why would we go the straight line when there's so much to see all around the corners?
Because we have things to do.
Who do?
I do.
I told you. Did you not listen? Time here is a fickle thing. It bends and twists like vines. Did you lose yourself? Or are you merely growing?
We have things that we need to accomplish in a certain time frame.
And they will be done when they are done, and when they are finished is when you need them to be.
How long do you usually keep people here?
Time. It's all about time with you. Wisteria, somehow you make those immortal wish for rest.
I think I also make mortals wish for rest.
Perhaps you might enjoy an amusement before the troubles that will follow you.
Maybe I would. It depends on what's being offered.
There is no trade. I do not offer you a deal. There is no bargain, as you are not a fae. We are not in the realms of the courts. We are in the gloaming, my home.
Mm-hmm.
You're my guest. I'm pleased to have you here. Some stay, but most leave. Are any of you the latter or the former?
The latter.
I'm not surprised. A little disappointed. But no one can show that, or else everyone else is sad, aren't they? And she begins to, move around your group back around to the front until she's right in front of you. Tell me your story.
How much of it?
Yeah. Why did Adora come through here in such a raucous, such a rush? I've never been so
Last
spurned.
time? Was she leaving this area? Or going the same direction we were?
She looks confused. For the first time in this conversation, she looks confused. And she says, she appeared.
She slipped in here, just like we did.
All who pass must come by. I do have my tasks to perform, and the gloaming is the pedestal upon which I write my errands.
You want to know why she was in such a rush?
Of course I do. Even more so than you are.
Probably because she did something terrible.
No. That happened next.
That's what I thought. She was on her way when she met you. Not on her way out.
Isn't it so curious that mortals who have such little time in your world spend so much of it ruining the times of others? The draining of spirits from their carcasses, letting them souls rise up like dew misting out into the gloam, wetting at your ankles.
Some of us are trying to make up for that.
That matters not.
Maybe to you.
Yes? I care not what matters to others.
I feel like you already know your answer. Why are you asking me?
I know many things. But they're
Who was she
different
with?
when you say them.
Who was she with when she met you the first time?
Haha. A thing you wish to know. I am happy to trade an answer for an answer. That is a deal I can make with anyone. Honesty for honesty, Wisteria.
The answer?
If you answer.
Your answer helps me understand mine.
A dwarf.
I didn't expect that.
I apologize.
I'd have to ask.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
You have to ask yourself. A thing you know.
Only part of me knows the answer.
Huh.
She'll put up a finger like, hold please. Lily? What were you doing here with a dwarf?
For the first time, you do not hear anything.
Oh no. She'll open her eyes again. That's new.
I'm sorry.
I can't reach that part of me.
Oh,
Probably because I'm stuck here.
you are here. You're not stuck here.
I have to guess my answer then. I don't know it for certain.
Well, that won't do.
I can only give you the best answer I can. Whether you're satisfied with it, I have no control over.
You asked me who you were with,
Mm-hmm.
and I answered you. A dwarf.
I didn't expect that answer.
I see.
I thought I knew why she was in a rush. Now I'm not certain.
And now I ask you, what is your purpose passing through my gloam?
I'm trying to apologize
To who?
to the people I've hurt.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Lorna, I'm going to use my Vicar boon on this. It's a 12 plus. Probably a good roll. Oh, the bitch. That's 13 total. Worst possible time to roll.
Oh,
something.
man. 13.
Dude, I know. I think I know the answer to your first question. I had to think about it.
Go on.
She was going to ask a favor of the same people I'm trying to apologize to.
Fate is a fragile thread, and I delight in its weaving. Care to help me knot it tighter?
If I'm able.
One of my tasks, well, one of my delights here in the gloaming. Many people pass through, all of them with different stories and tales, all of them with different lives they've woven, the threads of their own fates leading many different places, and in return, should they share them with me, I can offer one of three things: a gift, a blessing, or a warning. Should you be willing to share your tale with me, Wisteria? Once Adora, now chains different fates woven by 2 to 1.
I can share something with you.
You must speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The gloaming knows deceit.
You want a story?
I want your story.
Okay. She will tell Glory the story of Dahlia and how she got to the Marigard.
You're telling the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
And you're being honest.
From her birth to discovering the truth of her heritage and who her father really was, and the master and how she got to the Marigard.
Okay. Roll me another persuasion check.
Hopefully better than the last one. Oh my god. It rolled from an 18 to a 2. So 10.
A 10.
I have a
Okay.
+8 and I'm rolling hot trash.
That's how it goes sometimes. As you talk, you're telling this story. Roll me an insight check.
Okay. That's a good roll. 24.
You get the impression that your conveyance of your tale is dry, monotone, and you are boring the Fae.
Yeah.
Because you rolled well enough at insight, I'll allow you to try and roll persuasion again.
She's going to really dig deep into the horror aspect of that part of her life and how it changed her so greatly. How
Okay.
Dahlia became Lorna. She's going to really overemphasize that. And roll performance again. Or
Yes.
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Better, 17.
By leaning into your vulnerabilities, what made you frightened? What made you scared? That emotion is what she seems interested in. And as you tell it, I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. 18. I don't know. My 19 didn't cut it before.
With an 18, you are remembering this moment in your life, finding the book. That fear of this almost predatory person that you've grown up with, suddenly realizing that they had ulterior motives the whole time. That fear, that terror of the realization, it suddenly dulls.
Oh.
It suddenly feels as though the fear is muted. It's not gone, but it almost feels silly that you were so afraid of him. And as you finish telling the story, you look at Flurry and her eyes are glowing bright pink. And she's breathing in as if inhaling the scent of this memory. And when you finish, she opens her eyes and looks at you, and she says, wonderful. And now, a gift, a blessing, or a warning. You pick.
A warning.
She looks at you, her gaze suddenly locking square on yours. You see your party and yourself standing on a game trail between trees and bushes, your eyes shut as if meditating. Ahead of you, not 100 feet away, near what looks like trees and stone, you see a massive, truly enormous tree creature. It is waiting. You see that around it are smaller trees that are set up as if sentinels. And the massive tree itself has one of its branches is pressed to the ground, and you see green energy flowing into the ground and around it as if radiating a circle. In you, you know your path is beyond these guardians.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't even know how to handle that. But I know they exist now.
You do.
Thank you for the warning.
Thank you for the tale. And now, won't you have a meal with me, or are you leaving immediately?
Well, you know how much I care about time.
You do keep mentioning it. If ever you find someone looking for an arrangement, mention my name.
Flory?
Flory. I will know.
Okay, I promise.
She smiles. Do you mean it?
If someone genuinely asked her for a connection, then she would tell them.
Right.
She knows what it's like to make a bargain herself.
So when you say, I promise,
Oh, great.
those words, it's like an echo spreading throughout the demi-plane. And she said,
Lorna
just what
looks
I
at the
wanted.
camera like Jim from The Office.
Just what I wanted to hear. And she boops you on the nose. And the instant that she does, you're back, standing in the forest.
Lorna has a migraine.
Well, knowing what's ahead of you, what do you do?
Just looks at the group. Sorry about that. I don't really know how that could have been avoided, but
Tyr, looks back at you and he says, that was bullshit, okay? I didn't see any of that coming. Since when are there creatures that can just pull you into their pocket and fuck with you? That doesn't ever happen on the ocean, okay? Fuck trees.
I'm sure the ocean has its own peril.
It does, but you can at least have a clue it's coming.
Oh, I have a clue of what's coming.
What?
She describes the tree guardians that she saw.
Your party grows quiet.
Does anyone know what those things are?
Let me roll. Let me make some rolls.
I mean, can I roll something too?
Yeah, roll nature. You're in the woods.
Hate the woods. My party hates the woods. 13? Nope.
13.
Yes, 13.
Anscombe is the one most nervous, as he says, yeah, They were, I thought, okay, a lot of this shit you hear about's like, well, that was just kid stories. They're animated guardians. They're living trees that move and eat and speak.
Can they be
Awakened.
reasoned with?
Probably not, because they're just sentinels. The story goes that powerful druids that are spiteful and angry at the world awaken trees and have them crush anything that gets close to them. And they have a purpose, usually.
Okay, well, we have to go around them.
Excuse me.
Bless.
If they're
Oh,
protecting the grove, I don't think we can.
well, maybe we can just ask. You know, hi, I need to talk to someone. Please let me in.
Lorna, I need
Maybe
you to
we'll
be prepared. We're
we'll
probably going to
cross
have
that
to fight some trees.
tree giant when we get to it. I don't want to do damage because I don't want them to think that I'm here for violence.
But if trees are attacking us, I'm not just going to stand there and let them crush you.
Yes, of course. I mean, we have to combat this rationally. I need actually hold on. I need to check on something. She'll shut her eyes again and say, "Lily."
Yes?
Okay.
What is it you require?
Did you come here with the dwarf once?
Yes?
What purpose did you have?
I came here with a guide in an attempt to navigate the Rimwood and arrange for the reincarnation of Malcolm.
Okay, then I guessed right. There was a Fae. Bullshit. Don't worry about it.
Ah! So
Some
you've met
kink.
Flory.
Yes, I've met Flory.
Strange
I think
creature.
I owe her something.
Oh, don't tell me you made a deal.
I not on purpose.
Lorna.
I didn't tell her my name.
That
Well.
doesn't matter at all.
So I did the useless thing and then did the detrimental thing. Okay, well, we'll deal with that later, I guess. If ever the need arises.
Let me put it this way. The Fae have not gotten where they are by being fooled by people giving them false names. All that matters is they know you and can address you.
Mm-hmm. Well, she has a name.
Once you give them a label, one that you have applied to yourself, that is all they need.
Well, she warned me about some tree guardians. She knew how to get around those.
Tree guardians?
Mm-hmm.
No, those were not there when I visited.
Maybe they've upped their security.
It is likely the case. If you do encounter Nolu, the archdruid in charge of the place, it is likely my doing that she's been more careful.
I was hoping maybe to ask the tree guardians to let me see Nolu, but I don't know if that will work. Guess I'll be prepared for a fight.
I suspect if you do begin fighting the tree guardians outside of the Verdant Grove, it is likely they will be using magic, druidic magic, in addition to just big branches that crush.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't believe you're that close to the circle. Unless they've gotten bigger?
I don't know. We got a little lost. All we're doing is our best.
The Rimwood was deceiving for me as well. Hence the guide.
Hence the guide, yeah. Okay,
I
she'll
attempted
look
the
at
journey
party.
on my own, but I was ineffective.
Right. Then we should get moving.
Yes?
She'll look back at the party and say, we're good. Let's go.
Your party, like, they saw you close your eyes, and this is something they're accustomed to. They're just like, this again.
Could be anybody I'm talking to.
Yeah. They seem to nod. Tier says, wait, if we do have to fight tree guardians or whatever, do we know anything about them? What they're weak to, what they're strong against?
I would imagine fire. I mean, she'll look at Anscombe. You're the one who heard anything about them. Even if you thought they were fake. If I throw a fireball at them, will it stop it? Ooh, maybe I should avoid fire.
Roll Arcana.
Because that's hellily...
Roll Arcana instead of
Okay.
struggling here. Just, yeah.
But I struggle so often. 19.
With a 19, knowing that they are empowered by druidic magic, you imagine they are likely hardened to fire,
Oh,
as that is one of the commonplace tools to deal with trees.
true. Lorna will shake her head. I have no idea. Probably not fire, though. Maybe just cut it.
Magical slashing damage.
I
And then he looks
imagine
at
it's better than
Anscombe.
non-magical.
And Anscombe says, yeah, I do that. There seems to be just like a group consensus of
Okay, stab it.
just deal damage. Your party begins to proceed forward. As that happens, I would like it if you would please roll me a D4.
Okay. 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Okay. Opening another notepad.
Hooray!
You'd think I would have been prepared for this.
Got a lot of things going on in that brain.
A lot of things going on in this campaign. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh.
Wrong one?
No, it's not the wrong one. It's just a silly one. Let me just move this here. Okay. Roll me 100. That's what I needed.
Okay. 26.
How many first level spell slots do you have?
6.
First level spell slots?
Uh-huh.
You feel one of them become expended.
Eh.
It's
Who
as
the
though, as you're walking, a green energy soaks through your feet. And the same thing happens to Nore and Tier. You suddenly feel just a little bit enervated.
I didn't like that.
What the hell just happened? And Tier is
I
like looking around.
I don't know, but I don't want to stay here and have it happen again. I only have so much energy, and if we're going to be fighting tree giants, I'd like to have most or all of it.
Hmm. Well, maybe we should try and be a little quiet.
Okay. Lorna thinks I'll do my best. This is a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Lorna. 7.
7.
She said she'd do her best. I didn't say her best was good.
Okay.
Hopefully
Okay.
the average drags it up. Pretty sure Anscombe has my Cloak of Elvenkind.
Yeah, he's on a disadvantage. Your party quietly moves forward. Tier's in front, but can I get a marching order otherwise?
Lorna's in the middle.
Okay.
Anscombe is probably behind her. Lilith's in the back, and Nore and Skolna are probably between Lorna and Tier.
Whoa. Okay.
Sorry.
One more time.
Here, I'll type it out. Tier. Nore, Golna, Lorna, Anscombe, Lilith.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. You break through the tree line quietly and carefully. You see what you saw in that vision.
Hooray.
You see an enormous tree, humanoid-shaped creature bending low. Actually, I'll just show you. This is what you see. Behind the tree, ahead of you, one enormous branched hand grasping the tree as if for balance. You see a huge tree figure bending low, its other hand pressed into the soil. And as you're watching, green energy is flooding into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Does it make me think of the same energy that just drained us?
Yes.
Wings pop out. She goes up 5 feet.
Okay. As soon as your wings pop out, I need you to roll stealth at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you've gone airborne.
Just 5 feet. She didn't want to touch the
It
ground.
doesn't matter. Like, that's their sensing the ground.
14.
Okay. What language do you speak?
Not Druidic or Sylvan.
All right. Well. All right.
There's some noises.
Yeah.
Tree noises.
As soon as they make noises, Tiers whispers, "They know we're here. They're calling us intruders."
Yep. I knew this was going to happen.
Suddenly rearing up from the other sides of the forest to smaller trees with human-like faces surge forward, and Lorna, we gotta roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 for a 3.
Let me go ahead and roll all NPCs. Okay. Nore is up first. I'm going to be asking you a lot. What do you want Nore to do? She could be offensive. She could be defensive. She could wait.
Defensive. Because
Defensive.
Lorna's talked extensively about how it's a peace mission. She's trying to explain herself. And she, like, maybe these can't be reasoned with, but she'd rather not fight if possible.
She
But
pulls
for
out...
attacking,
Okay.
defend.
She spreads out a little. She pulls out her lyre. And she begins focusing on the somatics for counter charm. And as she does, she gives a bardic inspiration to you.
Okay.
Make that note. She doesn't really have buffs.
She's
but
a sword bard.
Yeah. But she does do the things that a bard can do that are not immediately aggressive. Tier. He sees these trees lumbering into action. Does he take on offensive or a defensive posture?
Everybody's doing defensive until they're actively being attacked.
Okay. Tier moves toward this large rock. What does he do? He will place a hunter's mark, which is not really detectable. And he holds an action. He's going to put it on the big one. That seems wise.
Fair.
I can't seem to find the marked mark. One moment. There it is. Okay. All right. The big one, looking at all of you, surges forward, moving 30 feet. It's huge steps. The tree next to it is knocked over, and it presses both hands into the ground. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm above the ground?
I need all of your party to make Constitution saving throws. You do not have to.
Hey, called it.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me look. 3 failures. Okay, that is going to be Lilith, Nore, and Anscombe fail.
Great.
They take 12 points of necrotic damage as it drains from them. Tier sees this as a hostile action, and he shoots an arrow.
Fair.
Because it is a hostile action. Okay. That does hit. Rolling damage. Plus the hunter's mark. He deals 13 points of piercing damage, which does not seem as effective as one would hope. And as he sees that, magical weapons only, probably. That's Tier's reaction. That's what he's got. The tree is then going to... oh, that's all he's got. That ability takes his turn. Okay. Sorry, new monster. Who does? It's now Anscombe's turn. Anscombe, having just been sapped, looks at you, Lorna, and he says, "It looks like this is it. I'm sure they'll understand." And he charges forward. He's just 5 feet short.
Got cantrips.
He does. Yeah, he'll throw a firebolt.
It's not going to be super effective, but it's better than nothing.
A 27 to hit. As you suspected, the fire does not seem as effective as you would hope. But it still deals 18 points of fire damage halved, so it's still 9 damage, which is nothing to sneeze at. Anscombe... That's what he's going to do. He stays there. He looks at it, and he looks back at you, and he says, I don't think color spray is going to cut it here. See, I can be funny, too, he says at Tier.
Tier's like, I didn't know we were in a competition.
Yeah, Tier's like, what? Okay. Lilith's turn. Lilith runs forward. Yeah, you're a real riot. And she gets up next to him. And she's going to pull her longbow. Sorry, I don't have a magical ranged weapon. This is what I got. And she...
We'll work on it.
She misses the first attack. And when I say misses, the arrow hits. It's just, it hits a hard part of bark. Like, yeah. But then the second arrow definitely goes through. That's 13 points of damage halved, so 6. The arrow thudding into the chest of this massive monster. Lilith looks back and she says, this might be a lot. It's now Skolna's turn. Skolna's going to dart behind this rock. Do you want her to try and get into melee or stay back?
Stay back.
Okay.
One swat from those things and she'll be squished.
She's going to stealth. Okay. She's going to shoot an arrow with advantage. That hits. Rolling damage. Plus 3d6. $19 points of damage halved. Alright. It's now the lesser tree's turns. This one surges forward 30 feet. And it's going to throw a rock.
Hooray.
Throws that rock at... you.
Hooray!
Does a 16 hit you?
Yep.
Okay, Lorna, you take...
Ow.
15 points of bludgeoning damage from a rock that comes flying at you.
Beans her.
The next tree.
One concussion later.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. The next tree reveals itself.
Oh, no.
And surges up 30 feet. Skolna's revealed herself. Tier is there. You're there. You're the 3 within range. I'm going to roll to see who it hits.
Throws another rock.
It's you. It's throwing a rock at you.
Man, they were told to kill on sight.
It's true.
Very popular in this area.
Turns out. That's a natural... Okay, that's 25 to hit. It's not a natural 20, but it's very high.
Yeah.
You took shield, right?
It would not help here.
No. That's another 15 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Lorna.
Ah. Clunk, clunk. Jesus Christ.
Okay. The third awakened tree is able to get into melee and surges up to Lilith.
But it throws another rock at Lorna.
It does not. It wants to melee. It doesn't want to throw rocks if it can. It's going to slam. It hits Lilith for 12 points of damage. Lilith is going to parry.
Parry this.
And reduce that
Casual.
by 6. So she only takes 6.
Alright.
Alright. Lorna, it's your turn.
Okay. Ready for something truly unhinged.
Sure.
She's gonna squeeze that orb in her pocket And she is going to cast Sending to Nolu.
Oh. You try?
Oh, does it not work?
It doesn't work. Something is blocking your spell.
No, Lou. Well, shit. Okay,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
send that
You
back.
never tried before, or that.
Right. Well. Okay. Well, she's like, oh shit. Okay, that didn't work. So instead, I use my action to try to send, but can I pull the orb out of my pocket and look at this big fucker and say, "We mean no harm. I just want to talk to Nolu."
You can say that.
Yeah, I didn't think it would work, but that's what she does.
Okay. You do that.
Yay. 3rd level spell slot.
I am sorry.
Yay.
Back top of the order. Nore is up. She looks at you and she says, hostile now, right?
Yes, it's hostile.
That's fine.
My 2 concussions agree with you.
She is going to... let me see if this works. Yeah, she would know it works. She's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on these 2 big-ass trees. They must both make wisdom saving throws. DC 16. They are wiser than I thought they were. Okay. The big one succeeds. The little one fails. The little one is incapacitated.
At least there's that.
That incapacitation ends if they take any damage at all, or if someone else uses an action to shake them out of it.
Okay, we can just run past
But the
it.
pattern is gone. Yes. That tree is suddenly just still. It has like a big arm raised above Lilith, ready to swing it down again, and then it stops. Nore, like, plays that trill on the lyre, and then she looks at you and she says, "This is dicey."
Uh-huh. I'm a little dizzy.
Nore nods, and she's going to cast a 2nd level healing word on you.
Thank you. I took more than half my hit points in that round.
She could tell.
Blood just trickling.
Yeah, you look like shit all of a sudden. You only heal for 9.
Better than nothing.
It's now Tier's turn. Tier, aware that his bow is a little anemic here, is going to surge up. Man, does he go for the big one or one of the little ones?
The little ones.
Okay, we're onto this one. And he swings his scimitar.
The big one's got both Lilith and Anscombe on it now.
Oh, he misses the first swing. Tries again. He misses the 2nd swing. He offhand swings. They're trees, okay? Yeah, their AC is pretty good. He hits with the offhand swing, which is just a short sword. So he deals 4 points of slashing damage. Okay. The big tree is going to go. Let's see. Looking at what it can do. Nope, didn't mean to post that. Sorry.
I didn't see anything.
Okay. It's going to double slam Anscombe, and it does not need to get any closer.
Slampscum.
That is a hit. Anscombe takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage from that hit.
Ouch.
Then the big tree is going to slam him again.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
I prepared that today.
You cast silvery barbs?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I roll again. Because that was a hit. The second was a natural 20, so it's just a hit.
Okay. Advantage to... Oh, Taylor seems to be struggling. No, I'll give it to Skolno.
Okay. Skolna has advantage. Okay. Anscombe takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Christ almighty. Fuck these trees.
As the tree slams into Anscombe, Anscombe's like battering away at the branches as best he can, but they're still delivering solid blows to him. Anscombe doesn't like that. It's now his turn. He moves up, and he's going to start swinging his own longsword. He couldn't even shield those hits. They were too high. Okay. First swing is a natural 1. Okay. Tries again.
It's not been a great rolling night for our team.
No, not at all. 22 to hit. That hits. He's swinging with both hands. He deals 16 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire damage. So 18 points of damage total. And that does all seem to cut through. He's going to action surge.
Yeah.
It seems like the time. That just misses. Okay, he swings again. Another natural 1.
Ah!
Just...
Like, am I gonna die into some trees?
It might happen. Lilith's turn. Lilith, seeing this one is paralyzed and seeing Anscombe is dealing with the big one, is going to slip between the two. And is flanking. And is going to try and wail on the big one. Thrusting with her magical rapier. She has advantage. She hits, dealing damage. 13 points of piercing damage. And then she's going to slash with the short sword of wounding. Also at advantage because of flanking. Oh, she rolled like shit. She just misses. She will action surge. She will do the same.
Ah.
I didn't roll that with advantage. I need to because that would hit. That would miss. One moment. Got worse. Good God. Okay, and then she swings with the short sword. Hits.
Hooray.
Damage. And the tree needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, the magical short sword deals 9 points of slashing damage. No, piercing damage. But the tree succeeds against the wounding effect.
Bird has a ton of con.
It does. It's a giant fucking tree. That's Lilith's turn. Skolna. Does she focus the one...
advantage.
She does. Does she focus the big tree or the one by tier?
Oh, big tree.
Okay. Well, I mean, you split focus. I'm asking.
I did.
All right. She will move a little to get a little farther away from the approaching awakened trees, and she's going to loose an arrow at advantage. 14 to hit. She misses. She will finish moving. Oh.
Bonus action dash.
Yeah, she's gonna bonus action dash. She can get partial cover, plus 2 to AC. It's now this tree's turn. I realize that doesn't tell you much. This tree has any of the targets except for Lilith at his disposal. Norre is focusing on a spell. You're airborne. Anscombe and Lilith are biting.
I'm only 5 feet off the ground.
I will roll to see which one it goes for. Rolling a d5. One, two. It's going for Norre.
Silver barbs.
That's... I haven't rolled an attack yet.
Silver barbs.
Okay. Well, let me... Okay, I throw the attack. And you silvery barbs me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I roll again. I take the lower. A 20 hits Snorre.
God damn it.
Okay. Oof.
Ah.
Norre takes
Oh,
28
so good
points
for
of
them.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I need to see if hypnotic pattern is concentration. It is, up to 1 minute. She needs to make a constitution saving throw for 14.
Oh, advantage to her. So she
Okay.
can make this if she needs to.
I will roll it at advantage. DC's 14. She failed with an 8.
Bro, it's so good for the trees, so bad for my team. Do you want us to die here?
No! What do you want from me?
You're
I'm
not
rolling them
acting
clean.
like it.
I'm rolling them straight. Okay? I'm sorry. It's how it's going. Norre's concentration on hypnotic pattern ends.
Fantastic.
Hold on. Next awakened tree. The one in front of Tyr is going to slam him. It misses with an 8.
Hooray.
The one no longer incapacitated shakes its head, looks around, and sees these two battering the guardian. And it's going to move here and slam an advantage on Lilith. It hits. Rolling damage. 21 points of bludgeoning damage to Lilith. Lorna.
Hey. Well, she is going to... She hasn't used Saccharin in a while, so she's going to. And she takes off the purple bead.
Do you remember what that does?
Gravity. I didn't write down... Like, I looked through my notes. It doesn't say anything specific. It just says gravity bead.
So instead of fire damage, it deals force damage.
Cool. She will huck it so that it's between the big one and the one on the right.
Okay. That is...
Is it a deck save?
Yeah, it's still a deck save. DC 15. It's not yours. It's the necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Big one. Dex. They're not great at this. Turns out. The big one rolled a natural 18. Little one rolled a natural 4 for a 2. Okay.
Right.
As soon as you pluck the purple bead from Saccharin, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay. Right, they're stale. 79.
Okay. 79. Okay. Hold on. I think I looked up the wrong table. I'm sorry. Here we go. 79. Oh. Illusory butterflies and flower petals suddenly all around you as you throw the purple bead.
I'm sure Flory would have really liked that.
Yeah, probably. Okay, roll 8d6, please.
Uh, 31.
31. So the big one takes half, 15. The little one takes all, 31. Okay. Saccharin says, "It's about time."
Sorry, I haven't... I got 2 rocks to the head today. She's gonna move, so she's got some cover behind this.
Okay. You have +2 to your AC.
Hooray.
Alright. Now it's Nore's turn. Nore is hurt. She's going to... Let me look in her backpack. She drinks a potion.
That's smart.
She'll drink it as a bonus action. So she heals for 5. Better than nothing. And she's going to cast... She's going to follow your lead as this strange purple bead lands between these 2 trees. You watch as, like, all the air suddenly, like, pulls to where the bead was. And the massive tree... Yes, exactly. The 2 massive trees suddenly, like, take a half step back toward where the bead landed. And the one that failed the dexterity and saving throw, you see bark and wood and branches just get ripped off the back of the tree and clatter onto the ground, which is... Nore is going to follow your lead and cast Shatter. She casts it. She can't get more than 1 without hurting Lilith, so she'll just hit it right on the big one. Okay. Con save. They're good at this, but it's one of her most damaging spells. So, yeah, it meets it. Succeeds. Still, takes some damage. You notice, thunder damage goes all the way through as well. They're not resistant to thunder. That's Nori's turn. Tier. He's face-to-face with one. He's going to try and slash at it. Scimitar. He hits. And he deals 10 points of slashing damage. And then he stabs at it with his short sword. He misses. He slashes with his scimitar one more time for his second attack. And he misses with a natural 2. Alright. Tier is struggling to get anywhere with this tree. He's going to have a vendetta against trees forever.
But I did it this bard. Ranger.
You watch as the massive guardian, looking around the battlefield, it doesn't take any attacks. It raises one branch towards this tree. And you watch as green energy suddenly flows from that tree to this big one.
Great.
And it heals. You watch as its bark reforms, wood restores. And this tree is withered and falls over dead.
Cannibalized it.
It sure did, but it restores a lot of hit points for that.
Not on my watch.
Well, it did. While you watched it. Then, for its bonus action, it's going to use Animate Trees.
Oh, great.
Yeah. It slams its branches into the ground, and this tree suddenly surges into motion, and the tree near Skolma suddenly surges into motion.
Great.
Let me roll them. Okay. That's its turn. Anscombe looks up at the tree as it does this, and he's just... Are you kidding me? And he just begins swinging at his longsword at it again. Okay. He misses with a 13. He has advantage.
You had
Hold
advantage?
on. I didn't roll it. That got worse. Okay. His first attack misses. He swings again. That definitely hits. Rolling damage. He deals 14 points of slashing and 1 point of fire. That's his turn. The awakened tree next to Skolna goes, and it's going to double slam Skolna. Because it's right next to her. First attack misses. Skolna manages to dodge it. Second attack hits. Skolna takes 21 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's his turn. Lilith's turn. Lilith between the two. She finds herself pinched. She doesn't like that. What does she do? Does she have a maneuver here? Maybe? Not really. She can't trip these. They're too big.
She could evasively footwork.
She'd have to spend all of her movement.
Mm-hmm. She could go around it like this. I mean, she'd take an opportunity attack, but...
If you'd like her to do that, she will.
I hope it misses. Does she get her additional AC on her...
No, it's
as she's moving, or
it's
only
at the end of her movement.
Boo.
She moves. The awakened tree performs a slam. It has advantage still. It hits. Lilith takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
She should probably use second one soon.
Probably. She's not half yet, but she's close. Her AC is now... Oh my god.
Not great.
I rolled a 3, so 22.
Pretty good.
Lilith is going to... She's still flanking, so she's going to swing. She's just going to make a main hand attack, and then she's going to second one. These things are hitting hard. "23 hits. Okay, she deals 10 points of damage. Well, that's something. And then she will swing her rapier again, because she's not offhanding.
Got it.
And that misses. But she will then heal. She second wins. Okay. I guess I can't use it there? Goodness gracious. Okay. She heals for 11. It's something. Alright. That's Lilith's turn. It's now Skolna's turn. She's in melee with a fucking tree. She bonus action disengages. But she's going to stab it first with the Frostbrand Rapier.
Yeah.
She'll try to stab it. She does hit. Okay. It looked like a bad roll. Okay, she deals not as much damage as she would like. These creatures seem resistant to cold. But she does deal 8 points of piercing damage. And 1 point of frost. And then she will move her full movement here. That's her turn. This awakened tree is no longer in the initiative. Okay, this one. The one by Tier is going to double slam him. Hits. Rolling damage.
How bad's he looking?
Not bad. He hasn't gotten hit very much. He does just take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, though.
Good God.
And then it's going to swing again. And hits.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, I'll roll it. It misses.
Hooray.
Who gets the advantage?
Someone who doesn't already have it. That's gonna be Skolna again.
Okay, Skolna gets advantage. All right. That awakened tree. Okay, this one. Lilith got away from it. So I'll roll a d2 to see which one it goes after. Okay, it moves down here.
You leave Anscombe alone.
And flanks Anscombe.
Yeah, these things.
They're rough. They're guardians. Attacks with advantage. A natural 20.
I used my silvery barbs already.
You did. Anscombe gets crit. Anscombe takes 33 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
The tree is going to swing again. Well, it didn't crit, but it does hit. Anscombe takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage. He's critically injured. All right. This awakened tree surveys the battlefield. It has a clean shot on everyone but Tier. It's going to throw a rock, and I'm going to roll a d5 to see who it's going for. Lorna.
Oh god, these things hate me.
It's throwing a rock at you.
I've already used my reaction!
I know.
Ah!
An 18 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. You take... Oh my god. You take 42 points of bludgeoning damage.
What? 42?
42... It's 4d10 plus 6.
Take a wild guess whether I'm up or not.
I assume you're unconscious.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You fall prone, unconscious.
Christ, I had something I wanted to do.
Okay.
42.
Yeah, they're rolling good damage.
And we're rolling badly everywhere else.
That's how it goes. I am sorry. Lorna, it is now your turn. Please roll me a death saving throw.
I didn't even get to put the mask on. It's a 5.
Okay, you fail.
Yeah.
It's now Nore's turn. Seeing you go down, she is going to bonus action healing word you immediately.
Thanks.
I realize that's not much of a consolation, considering, but you do gain 8 hit points.
Okay.
So you're alive and awake.
And missed my turn.
Yes. Nore is going to... Oh, God. What's she going to do? I know what she's going to do. She runs over to you, and she casts Greater Invisibility.
Huh? Stop getting hit.
That's basically what she's like, is just stay safe. And she casts Greater Invisibility.
I smell colors. Lorna has the intelligence of a badger now.
Yeah, so you're invisible. You're prone.
Mm-hmm. Laying in the dirt, thinking about my life.
Tier. Fucking, he's pinned here. He's gonna attack. But he's been wailing on this tree for a minute. He's gonna move his hunter's mark. And then use his action to attack. Because he's trying to kill this thing and it's just been very slow. as they're very hardy. He does hit with a 23, dealing damage. That's 14 points of damage. And then he's going to swing again with his second attack. And he hits. Rolling damage. That's 17 points of damage. There we go. It's now the Guardian's turn. It thrusts both branches into the ground. Oh. Lorna, I need a con save from you, as well as everybody else.
I'm on the ground now.
Yes.
I rolled good, 21.
That is successful. You take half damage.
Great. I'll be invisible and unconscious. So no one can save me.
Okay. Nore failed, and Anscombe failed.
Good thing he's a half-orc.
It's true. Okay.
Wish I was a half-orc.
Half-orcs are great. Oh, I rolled good damage. Sorry!
Take pity on me.
I'm 19 points of necrotic damage. Halved to those who succeeded. So you take 9.
I'm unconscious again. Am I still invisible?
I have to check. Because Nori just took 19. She has to make a con save. And Anscombe well, he would go down, but he doesn't.
Yep.
Hold on a minute. Rolling concentration. You are not invisible.
That's good.
Oh my god. Her 4th level spell slot immediately wasted as you are
well,
no longer
if I'd
invisible.
stayed invisible and unconscious, I don't know if they could have helped me.
That's true.
So maybe for the best.
Okay. Fair point.
Hopefully I get brought up before my turn, or this was gonna suck.
The animated tree, that is... Or not the animated, the Verdant Guardian, that is its turn. Anscombe.
Probably you should Misty Step out of there.
It's either Misty Step or Second Wind.
I mean, will Second Wind help him get through 2 hits if possible?
If it rolls well enough. And they can throw rocks.
It's true.
But they would have advantage on him. It's up to you. Second Wind or Misty Step?
I think Misty Step.
Okay, to where?
How far?
He can move 30 feet, so... About that far.
30 feet. It's not very far at all.
No.
Well, obviously not in this direction, or he'll just get pounded. This one's dead, at least, and this one's distracted. So, somewhere in this direction.
Okay. He will Misty Step near you.
And he just sees me on the ground. Just unconscious.
Yeah, he's... Like, he's got 1 hit point. Lanscome's having a bad day. He still has an action.
Don't worry about me. I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, okay. With his action, he's going to... Well... He draws his crossbow. And he's
Which
going
won't do much.
It'll do something.
Wouldn't his firebolt be more effective than a crossbow?
It would be, you're right, actually. He will do that instead. He will throw his firebolt at the big one. And he hits. But he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. 9 halved, so he deals 4 points of fire damage to the Verdant Guardian. And he looks down at you and he says, "We'll make it out of this. If you can hear me." Yeah, you're... Yeah. This
Got a
tree.
progressive brain bleed.
This tree surges forward,
Please stop surging.
and I will roll to see who it attacks. 1, 2, 3. You are prone. You're out of the battle. You're considered not a threat. So, D4. Tier. No, not Tier. That's Norre. Oh, it should hit Tier. Well, it's throwing a rocket. Norre.
Ah.
Okay. Here it comes. That's a 25 to hit.
Silvery barbs.
You are unconscious. Does Nori have a reaction here? Can she do anything?
She have shield?
No, she doesn't have shield. That also wouldn't help. Anything? Features? Shit. No. She gets beamed for 32 points of bludgeoning
Jesus
damage.
Christ.
She is knocked unconscious.
Just girl things. Laying in the dirt, bleeding out.
Yeah. Lilith's turn. Who can't really see what's going on behind the giant guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well. Hold on a minute. She doesn't have a potion. Okay. She's gonna try and trip attack. No, she can't. It's too big. Fucking... Okay, she just stabs it.
If she moves 30 feet, she could get another...
That's true. Yes. Okay. She runs here. She doesn't want to...
She wouldn't deliberately burst. She could run the opposite direction.
I'm sorry. I'm also panicking a little bit.
Because you're going to TPK the Nightingales.
No. Maybe.
No. Yeah. Maybe.
She hits with her first thrust. Her AC, let me roll it, is 24.
Good. Gonna get me up. Please. I don't want to miss my turn again.
Skolna doesn't have a way to get you up. Lilith will stab with her rapier again. She deals 8 points of piercing damage. Rapier, attack. She crits.
Good jobs. The Lilith.
Lilith. She deals 14 points of piercing damage with that crit.
Nice.
And
100 more hit points to go.
It's almost... It's below half. And then she hits with a short sword for 10. And then the Guardian must make a Constitution saving throw against the wounding. It succeeds. All right. It's now Skolna's turn.
I mean, this purple tiefling doesn't have a potion on her.
She doesn't. You guys have not been buying potions.
We've been in the woods.
Don't get me started, because you were in a town. Okay. Skolna. What do you want Skolna to do?
Well, she has advantage, so she may as well attack if she can't get somebody else.
Big one or one of the weaker trees?
A big one. Hopefully it'll take out the weaker trees if it goes down.
Okay. Skolna will run by you, increasing her AC. She will loose an arrow. It's a 14 to hit. She misses. She's going to bonus action hide behind this rock. Okay, she's very well stealthed.
You might survive this.
She might. It's now the Awakened Tree's turn. The one in front of Tier is going to double slam him. It hits the first strike. Tier takes 21 points of bludgeoning damage. Then it's going to do it again. And it hits the second strike. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. That's its turn. This Awakened Tree's turn. This one sees Lilith wailing on the big guy. It sees an opportunity to flank. It's going to. Lilith's AC is a 24 right now. Slam is at advantage. Natural 20. Okay. Lilith takes 32 points of bludgeoning damage. As the branch crushes down on Lilith, right as she is like diving over the limbs of the Verdant Guardian, it manages to catch her in the air, and she is thrust to the ground, though she is slowly getting back up. And it's going to attack again with advantage, because of flanking. 25 to hit. Which beats her improved AC. She will spend her reaction to parry, because I just remember she has it. She will reduce the damage from this one by 5. Okay, so she takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. This Awakened Tree sees Lilith, Skolna, Anscombe, Tears behind the rock. It's gonna throw a rock. We'll roll to see who it throws it at. Skolna. Man. Dirty 20 to hit. That hits. Skolna takes 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Lorna.
Yep.
As we come to your turn, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, in this moment, as you're lying here, you feel the fight going on around you. You see Norre is prone, unconscious, 10 feet away from you, and Skolna gets slammed by this boulder. What are you thinking?
She's grateful she has her friends with her, but she regrets bringing them here. For them having to go through this for her. But she feels even just a little bit better thinking I would have done the same for them. That's what she's thinking. Should I make my death save?
Yes.
4.
Dude. Okay. That's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So now Norre's turn. She's going to roll. She fails. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. It's Tierra's turn.
Mm-hmm.
He sees all this happening. He's so close to killing this tree. Does he try to finish it?
He has healing.
He has 1 spell slot.
Huh? And 2 unconscious friends.
Yes. He can try and get to Nore, who he knows... Oh, he can't reach her. What does he have? Anything? Okay. Tierra's going to try and get away from the tree to heal the one he can reach, which is you. He runs away from the tree, who's going to take an attack of opportunity because he needs his action. Natural 20. Tierra gets slammed for 33 points of bludgeoning damage. He goes down. He's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. No, not dead. There we go. Lilith and Skolna. This animated tree, the Verdant Guardian is going to attack Lilith. It's going to slam her with advantage. Her AC is 24. Doesn't matter. It hits. I'm rolling bombs. 27 to hit. Lilith takes 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Lilith is down. The animated tree moves 30 feet. Sees Anscombe standing over you. Skolna standing over you. And your allies all prone in various places in the battlefield. Let me roll a d2. It's going for Anscombe. It throws a rock at Anscombe. Natural 17. 27. Anscombe is hit. He has 1 hit point. Anscombe goes down. He only has 1 use of Relentless Endurance, so he does not get back up. It's now Anscombe's turn. Anscombe will roll a death saving throw. He fucking fails. Okay. Of course he does. It's now this awakened tree's turn. It surges up a little, and it's going to throw a rock at Skolna, the last one standing. Lorna.
Mm-hmm.
As the fight continues. You see your allies falling around you. It's not terrifying. In this moment, you don't feel afraid of what's happening. You feel pain. You feel anguish that your friends are going through this for you. But as you said, you would do the same for them. And the last thing you see before your world goes dark is a woman's face appearing. You're not sure if in your memory she's wizened. White hair, long elven ears. She looks at you with piercing eyes. You have changed.
Not enough.
That is where we have to end the session. I hope you had a good time, despite that painful ending. To everyone who is at home or at work watching, thank you for joining us. Hi, Penn. Hi, Emily. Hi, class. Hi, everybody else. We love you all. And I will see you next time. For this story is not over.